Hey, folks. Happy to uh, see everybody back. Yeah, I'm a little under the weather today, so I'm not going to be as witty as normal. Hopefully, this does not affect my dice rolling abilities, though.
I hope it does.
Which is the most important thing. Okay, well, last time we met, they dealt with the aftermath of Kazir of almost killing a guy by blowing him off the ladders.
We didn't mean to.
Kazir made a friend. Kazir made a friend, a guy named Chauncey, who shows up through a looking globe. And no, he's a friend to her. He's been very helpful.
And he's completely harmless.
Yeah.
Completely harmless.
And he also, as part of helping her, he gave her a, he told her where to find this focus that would help her control the wards. This, soot-stained Roman denarius.
Silver coin.
A silver coin that even as that night as you pulled it out and we're looking at it after he's gone, you couldn't get it clean. It's like permanently stained, permanently tarnished. But it fits nice in your pocket.
It diminishes the value.
That's fair. You're right. If you clean them, but so. Sorry. So at that point, the other thing that happened last time was that they had the guy that attacked them put into the drunk tank. So that's the other thread that was left dangling, and now to Scarlett's thread that was dangling. Scarlett, when you get back the next morning to the hospital, you go there and you discover that your patient, almost died the previous day. And the only thing that he just started crashing. They couldn't figure out what it was. Eventually, what they ended up doing was dumping him in an ice bath.
Okay.
And that seemed to correct the situation. To the point where now he's being treated. So you're at the hospital. Is there anything specific you're doing?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is go see the patient.
Okay.
So I would go in, and he's still in the hospital, right? He's still.
Oh yeah, he's still unconscious. Yes, he's still, he's still unconscious. Yeah.
I'll ask the nurse, what made anyone put him in an ice bath? How did that decision get made?
It was and she gives the name of your doc. And what just happened? Oh, we lost.
Ava dropped.
Okay. So sorry. Wow, I haven't rolled that bad off night. Okay. So what your doctor friend?
The one who did the favor for me, or the one at the hospital?
The one at the hospital. He came up with the idea of the ice bath.
Okay. Well, is he in now? Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Track him down and just page him and let him know I want to talk to him.
Okay. All right, you page him.
Yeah.
Okay, that looks a little better. We're still messed up, but it's a little bit better. Yep.
Does he come to see me?
Yes, he does come to see you.
Okay. I'm going to say, hey, nice decision with the patient. What happened yesterday when he started tanking? And why did no one page me?
We did page you.
Oh, that's weird. So why the water? Was he like burning up, or because we couldn't figure out anything that would help him?
We were just kind of stuck.
Right.
And this, whenever it was something weird that has come up in the past,
Okay.
that's helped.
Oh. But you've seen patients like this?
Yeah, that's how I met you.
Right.
That was how you met him.
Oh, okay.
That was how he knew to see the weird stuff.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting. Was it long ago or was it recently?
It would have been a while ago.
Oh, okay. Well, do you think with your other issues that you had, did they regain consciousness so we could talk to them?
This was just specific. In the other situations, this was yeah, not like this. It was just a Hail Mary play. He was
Okay.
going to die no matter what, so.
Okay. Well, let me do some more research and see if there's anything else we can try. I'm glad he's stable right now.
He's actually getting better.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. And the water let me rack my brain. I have some friends I can run this by, and let me see if they have any ideas as to why the cold water would be the reason he's getting better.
What do you do after the so you're gonna consult with friends? Otherwise, you stay there and watch him for a bit. You go through it. He is actually doing much better. He seems to be getting stronger, even showing signs of waking up.
Oh. Well, I will kind of hang around in the room waiting for him to wake up. And I consulted with some other doctors to find out, what they think could cause it. A lot of them suggested high fever, but I think it's definitely something supernatural. Yeah, I'll just hang out in the room until he wakes up.
Okay. That he probably won't do. He's not doing that well.
Okay. I'll try one more time to kind of use my third eye to see if I can see anything going on.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me give you a difficulty.
Okay. So I would roll my mental, my third eye.
And your notice.
Yeah. My third eye is... Yay. Great. Love those ones.
Oh, man. It's even worse is you don't even beat me. Okay. So, I mean, essentially what you see is is just him. It's just him recovering.
Okay.
Slowly recovering. He does his vitals do all of a sudden change though for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
To the positive?
No, they're coming up like somebody's gave him morphine.
Oh, great.
I mean, like it's like almost instantaneously.
Really? As soon as I use my third eye?
Well, while you were examining him, yes, this happened.
Really? I know that Hugo had magical energy being connected to someone, right?
Yes.
And somehow this patient was involved.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to call Vort on the phone.
Okay.
I mean, Hugo. Sorry.
All right. Okay, so we'll swap to Vort or Hugo.
Yep.
That was your fault, Christina.
Yes, it is. Sorry about that.
So, you get in. There is.
This is the next day, right?
This is the next day.
Okay.
You actually
remember I said something to hang on, notes. Sidney, that if you want to talk the night before, I would talk with him then. So I don't know if we did anything about that.
If you want to do that now, go ahead. Sorry,
okay.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, I'll tell him, like, once he drops me back off, like, if you have questions, I will answer them tonight. But it's gonna be over drinks. I'm walking into my bar, to my back room with the bar.
That sounds great. I'm sure I'll have a lot more questions than I can think of right now, but hard to put a word to any of them.
Okay.
Well,
but I'll follow you in.
All right. Pour bourbon for each of us and be like, all right, just ask away.
What is it you do here? Magically, I mean, I can see you mix things and.
So
whatnot,
I am what's classified a minor talent. I am really good at making potions, but if I try to do anything magical outside of the bottle, it doesn't work. For whatever reason, I can't make the connection to make it work without using a bottle. So I am handicapped in the fact that I need to use potions to do anything I do.
Do a lot of people need some sort of item or?
No, not all. Some people just have natural talents. The big leagues, the White Council, they use potions, they use foci, they use circles, they use squares, they use all sorts of things. They channel a lot more energy than I can.
Huh. All right.
So I'm just here. I'm just trying to live my life. I know I'm not. I'm high school basketball to the NBA.
All right, that I can actually understand that. Thank you. That helps.
So I mean, I get consulted occasionally when there's some questions I have about potions because I do have the knack for the potions much more than most wizards do. Right. Wizards are pretty much generalists. Like, they have stuff that they're strong at, but they have the ability to do anything. I'm a specialist. I just do potions. So.
Okay. All right. And what about the other ones? Where are they? I guess magically speaking, or are they not magic?
Or Scarlet?
Yeah, Casser, Scarlet. What Roger is?
Roger is part of the local pack, the local werewolf pack. So,
okay.
But that's as far as I know. Like, I think I've seen him once or twice at the cookie socials, but didn't know him until I started recently here.
Okay.
Kasser I met through Roger and Scarlett because we went to her book information and things took a couple turns there.
Yeah, you've known her for what, 3 days, I think she said? Ish? Or something?
4 or 5.
Okay.
So, and it's kind of the same with Scarlett. Like, I didn't know she was in the area. To be honest, I don't know what Scarlett's actual things are. I don't know what's going on. She says she studied in Edinburgh, which to me means she studied with the White Council. She knows who the wardens are because we've been visited by one. But I haven't seen her cast magic, and usually clued in mortals don't go to Scotland for the reasons why she went there.
Okay. Yeah, I know I read my file, but after speaking with her, I completely misinterpreted what I read, I think. So I'm going to have to reread through it and figure out. Hopefully, with a better understanding of things now, it'll make more sense to me. But
yeah, and as you've seen, if it's not a crisis situation, Kasser and Scarlett are like freaking baking soda and vinegar.
yeah, I have met a lot of people that are like that, but thankfully, most of the time, they do kind of work well together. So I'm hoping that's the case.
So far, when the chips are down, that has happened, yes.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, the whole thing with the bookshop, I had no clue on that, and that's kind of a surprise. The previous warden who lived here never shared any information about that place with me.
Warden?
He just called himself the warden.
He didn't. He didn't call himself the warden. He just was kind of.
I can't remember what name we actually gave him. So
I think it was the Guardian or something like that.
Okay,
It was
the
something,
Guardian.
Okay.
He used to when people called him warden. He used to get testy
Annoyed?
about it. Yes.
Gotcha.
Is that the one that
okay.
Kasser said his new name was Peacock?
No,
Yeah.
the guy, the wizard that died,
No, that's
that
the
we
dead
went to his house.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
he helped mentor me a little bit. He explained to me the rules of magic and what I can and can't do with it.
Okay.
He checked in every couple months here with the shop, make sure I wasn't actually breaking any of the rules of magic, which I don't. I don't want the results to happen to me.
Are you able to write down what these rules of magic are?
No, because that's apparently something that the White Council doesn't like sharing out to anybody that's not a magical talent.
Okay, that's fair.
Because the penalty for all of them is pretty severe.
That's fair.
But there is a warden in town, and if you talk with him, maybe he'll cooperate. I mean, maybe Kasser and Scarlett will be drinking buddies, but something's bound to happen to positively.
Fair. Did you pour yourself just yourself a bourbon, or?
Well, I'm a bourbon. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
All
An
right.
asshole.
So at this point, you would notice that Sidney hasn't had a drink of it.
People don't drink alcohol, but it's rude not to pour one anyways.
No, and I understand. I just wanted to point that out.
It
He
actually
doesn't seem to drink.
Hugo would say, this is offered, no strings attached. It's freely given with no obligations.
No, that's fine. Thank you. I don't drink really.
Okay.
I barely even have coffee most of the time. Occasionally, but not much.
But yes, this, as we're saying in the background, this is my actual potion lab.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've got a Bachelor of Botanical Science from University of New York. I go hiking and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm just trying to live my life. I'm here, I'm there, and I'm just trying to make it a little better for everybody else.
Yeah, I think one thing that's kind of helped me get grips on all this is, honestly, everything seems to be pretty much the same as I knew it, except there's just one added realm of weird, where people are still people. From what I can tell, for gravity pretty much works the same way for the most part.
Somebody that says otherwise.
Right. I'm sure there's many things magic can do that can change other things.
Oh.
Speaking of which, what could I do to protect myself and where I live from bad magical things?
I mean, I could get some elixirs that you could use to dampen your ability to be used, I guess. I'd have to look into that a little bit. I know for here, I've got this place, like, I've got very minor level wards protection, but this is also a place I'm investing in. Like, it's...
Right.
It takes... From what I've been told, from what the Guardian shared, wards take an investment. Like, you got to be invested in the place you're warding. So if it's just an apartment that you're staying in for 6 months, you're probably not going to have pretty good, strong wards. If it's a place that's been like a 6th generational family home that's been passed down, then that's going to have some energy built up into it.
Okay. And that energy is what fuels the wards?
Yeah.
Okay.
The biggest thing is running water. Water grounds out magic. Like, that was hammered into me day one.
Interesting.
That's why when we brought the one guy back here, I just started spraying him down, ground him out.
Okay, that makes more sense. I thought it was because of the smell.
Nope. Please, if that was the case, I just let it stick patchouli.
Do you know how to do wards yourself, or did you have to have someone assist you, I guess, with this?
The Guardian was basically guiding my elbow.
Gotcha.
He showed me some stuff, told me what to do, and I invested my energy I could, but he nudged it here or there. It's been a year since I started them here, so I'm kind of there, but it's not something I could teach you, really. Maybe if we had access to his... If he has one of his books is available, possible. I don't know if I think, was it his son or his nephew?
His nephew.
I don't know if his nephew has that or if he dumped them all to Cassera, because that's where we found some of the books. I know there was more at his property.
Okay. Well, I mean, I do want to try to know as much about magic as I can to keep myself safe and at least know what to do in certain situations, but I honestly doubt I'm going to be that great at it. I'm not that good at school, so...
Water balloons in.
Fair enough. Super soaker, that sort of thing.
Super soaker probably wouldn't get the proper burst of water you need.
Oh, okay.
So, water balloon.
Okay.
That's the best I can give you at the moment.
All right.
Other than that, I'm just gonna tidy up here, figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. I gotta let my staff know that we're closed tomorrow as well. So that if Cassera actually takes me up on the offer, she and I can talk.
Yeah. Well, I should probably get going back home. I do have a lot of paperwork to fill out now after today, and some laundry to do with that suit I was wearing earlier. So
good luck with that as well.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll actually be able to sleep too after today. I don't know.
So if you need that, I got sedatives up front. Not the high-powered stuff, just regular melatonin-based stuff.
I'll let you know if I need anything. Hopefully I'll be okay.
Okay.
Okay, so what does Sidney do about the guy you dumped in the drunk tank?
That's pretty much who I'm going to go check in on after leaving Hugo's place.
All right, you can go to the precinct.
Yeah. So I'll go in. I'll try to meet up with the contact or friend that I had, pick him up if he's there, or someone else that's on duty, and just
you can
check
find
in on
the duty sergeant. You know. Oh, we can.
Yeah.
We can get rid of the. you're coming in to talk to that guy?
Yeah, is he awake?
Yeah, he's awake.
He been doing
well,
anything?
Yeah, making a lot of nonsense noise. I really would like to cut him loose.
Gotcha. Words, like nonsensical words, or is he just making sounds?
Just ranting.
Okay.
He's typical. I mean,
Yeah. I think he's part of some sort of smuggling thing, using homeless people and giving them something that puts them out of their normal mind or whatnot. I'm trying to look into it, but I was hoping after he possibly sobered up a little bit, I could get some information out of him, but I don't know that's going to be possible.
Go back and talk to him. I'm about if you can't find something, I gotta send him on. I gotta call an ambulance for him to send him to the psych ward.
Okay. Thank you. And I'll walk back and just try to talk to him. See if I can get anything out of him.
Okay. You get back there. At this point, he's totally naked.
Awesome.
The rags have been that he was wearing have been wadded up, and they look like they were shoved through the bars of the drunk tank. He and he's saying, studio. Gotta return to the studio.
Where's the studio?
Gotta get back to the studio. Need to get stuff refreshed. Fresh. Studio, fresh. I'm doing a bad, incoherent ramblings because my throat just doesn't have it in it.
No, that's fine.
He's basically just, squawking out.
Am I able, like, if I ask him questions, am I able to get any other information out, or does he just keep repeating that over and over?
Go ahead and give me if you want to try and get a coherent answer out of him. That's the difficulty. And go ahead and add whatever would be appropriate. Go ahead and roll those dice.
Okay. Let's see here. Go. So social. There you go. I believe that's influence, I'm assuming, for that.
Yep.
And D8 for law enforcement.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. Is that a match or?
Yes, that's a match.
Awesome.
And at one point he gets well, if you have a hero die, you could use that.
Okay. I will.
Okay. Then you just roll whatever. Then you just roll whatever the hero die you had, and it would cost you a plot point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Polka die.
Yeah, polka die. What would that die be? The type, anyways.
If you got one, it probably would have been. It depends on what it was. If I didn't say, it probably was a D6.
Okay, that's what I would assume, but I just want to make sure I rolled the right thing.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of tough.
We matched. It was just trying to get past it just a little bit. Okay.
Right. Yep. He goes. Studio past the fountain. The studio's past the fountain.
past the fountain.
And then he slowly starts changing that into a song.
Crap, I almost was going somewhere.
If it sounds like Susu Studio, I'm going to cry laughing.
I assume essentially that's the most I'm able to get out of him for the moment. So,
I mean, you can
Yeah.
try it again if you want.
well, he's going to the psych ward, right?
Yeah,
so
he
I
is.
could potentially ask him questions later on too.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's either still working whatever it is out of his system, or this is just his normal self, and I'm not really going to have any easier time getting anything. So I'm tired. I'll call it at that.
Okay. All right.
Past the fountain.
All right. Now that we've done the retconning that we need to,
Mm-hmm.
you go. You walk in, and it's
early.
It's early, but the kid you've got behind the desk has this, kind of perplexed look on his face.
Not send out the thing that we're close to. Okay. Anyways, what's going on?
You walk up to him.
Yep.
Go ahead and give me honestly, it would be a treat. It would be a mental and a treat roll. And whatever else you think would fall into line if you have a distinction that you would do to see because his eyes are kind of glassy.
No, I don't think so. Is that the difficulty there?
No, let me hit you with the difficulty.
Okay. Wait, you don't have to. You can just say it fast.
Yeah. No, I do have to hit you with the difficulty.
Same number.
All right.
Yeah, it's the same numbers, so.
Wow.
Bam!
You would like to go ahead and just take a hero die off you for that, apparently.
Yep, you get a D8 hero die. Or D8 polka die. For that, he's stoned.
I told you it was drugs.
I go up to the kid. It's like, all right, what'd you take?
Nothing.
Okay, what'd you sample from here?
Nothing. I just had some coffee.
My coffee doesn't do this. All right. Give me your key to the store.
He hands him over.
I find the store key in case he handed me more than just that. Take the store key.
Oh yeah, no, he hands you his entire key.
Yeah, I take the store key, give him back with his keys.
Yep.
I go lock the front door, make sure the sign says close, and just. It'll probably take me 30 minutes. Hugo's weighing a morality question. All right, so I'm gonna grab this kid, to lead him to the back, to where he can rest in a chair.
Yep.
Getting some hairs as we go. I need to find out if this is actual just drugs or something else. Because there should be nothing in my shop he could get into that would do this. I don't keep illegal stuff here. But it doesn't mean he can't screw himself up somehow. So I put him in my nice comfy chair, throw a blanket on, it's like, just stay there. I'll get you some food later. And then I'm going right into the lab, using the hair, trying to start figuring out what's going on with the body there.
Okay. Completely compliant. Doesn't argue. Go ahead and roll your analysis.
10 D8 for the magic, and I am stepping down the distinction for a plot point because I am trying to do this on the fly. Well, my 10 at least beats your 9, but you can have fun with that 1 if you wish.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna let the 1 go for right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it was whatever hit him was magical of some sort, but it wasn't anything that you had in your shop.
Does this have any resonance with what I saw with Scarlett's patient or what's happened to me?
No. Nope. It looks like it's something that'll pass eventually.
And we've established that, like, I could use a computer for short bursts or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go find my computer, turn it on, send an email out to the Albany Magical Association, to Alma.
Okay.
And say, hey, new shop boy here apparently got hit with something magical that's making him a little stoned. Nothing I've got cooked up here. Can't identify it. Anybody got any leads? And send that email chain out.
Okay. All right. I will let you know later on.
Yep.
Um,
And I'll draft a quick note for the front door, just to say store closed for today. Basically just saying store's closed for today. Anything you need will be available the next day. Any orders to be picked up today can be picked up tomorrow unless critical.
okay. You can do that, no problem.
Yeah.
By the time you're done with that, your phone will be ringing from Scarlett.
I will pick it up. Remedies, what's up?
Hugo, it's Scarlett. So my patient that we didn't know what was going on, they threw him in an ice bath and he's doing better. And I know how water interacts with magic. So that's the only thing I can think of as to why he's getting better.
Logical. Water's a grounding aid. Water is the ultimate grounding tool.
Yeah, and he seems to be, like, I tried to reach out a little bit and focus and see if I could feel anything or see anything. And, like, I didn't really see much. And then all of a sudden his vitals were getting better and he was doing better. So I'm curious, have you felt, or do we know anything about, are you being tethered anymore, or is anyone draining you anymore?
Tom, I still have those on my character sheet as complications. Are those still in effect?
No, they're not.
Okay.
That you would have been able to figure out. Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, they were not.
Sorry, I just had connected and punched up over with. The made Chauncey mad, I'm not certain if that's gone yet. We're going to leave it for now.
No, that's still there.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, I'm not feeling anything like I did before.
Have you heard anything about that guy that we fought with in the park that Sidney took to the police station?
No, nothing there.
Maybe I'll give him a call and see if he sees a difference. Maybe clearly this is all tied together, and we need to figure it out.
There's possibly something else floating out there. My staff, my shop boy here, is high on something magical. Nothing from my place because I don't deal in that.
Well, here's my second question, which is very hard for me to say over the phone. But has anyone heard from Kasser?
Nope, she has not contacted me yet.
We left her in a quite precarious situation. And to be honest, like, I'm glad we helped her. And I don't hate Kasser. I just find her like being poked in the face with hot needles.
So, like a sister. Got it.
Oh, I don't think that's a good a good likening at all. But I am concerned because I don't want to get in trouble, and I know you guys don't want to get in trouble. So if it's at all possible, can I just drive over to you and we can meet up with Sidney and ask him about his person? And then check on.
I'm going to stick around the shop here because I asked after you left, I asked Sarah to call me today because some of the things she said, I need to have a conversation with her about.
Okay. Do you know what Sidney's address is or phone? Does anyone know his contact information?
I am assuming Sidney left one of his cards with me. I read the phone number off.
Yes.
Okay. All right, perfect. I'll call him. And hey, I apologize if yesterday I was a little grouchy. It happens. And
I understand. I normally don't try to get in the way between two sisters fighting, but it had to happen.
Hugo, listen to me. If you don't cut that shit out, I'm going to dose you with the highest sedative I have.
I think I could beat you on
just
that.
a wee bit hungry.
Hugo, stop this.
Rage is just going up.
Okay,
I'm not the only one.
you work. I'll call Sidney.
She was in
Okay.
such a good mood this morning, man.
Yeah.
Okay. After you hang up, I'm going to switch to Kasser.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you had an incredibly productive night.
Did she make it to sleep?
Well, here's what happened. You went through and you started working cataloging, and it's just you entered into that zone where everything was clicking. And you got through, you figured out the cataloging system. So you got that whole bookshelf that got basically destroyed. Well, not destroyed, but everything knocked off it. You got it all back up and in the correct order. And you understand the system. It came, like I said, it just kind of clicked for you.
Reader naturally?
Yep. Or supernaturally.
Yeah.
That everything went good. Then the next thing you remember is you wake up.
I don't remember going to bed.
Yeah, you don't. You wake up and you're like, you've got that. You wake up with a, feeling like you're laying on the water. And then you realize you're laying.
I feel drunk.
Yeah, you woke up and you could feel the drool from falling asleep on one of the reading benches.
She's checking to make sure it wasn't on a book.
Yeah, no, it was not on a book, but
Happened a time or two.
yeah. But you so you wake up and stretch your do the normal work out the kinks in your back from basically falling asleep leaning over a table.
Oh.
But you finally got it's like at this point it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, so you finally caught up on your sleep, you think.
All right. So she's gonna like trundle over to like the little kitchenette that this place has in the back
Yep.
and start a pot of coffee.
Yes. Okay. Is there anything you're specifically doing other than just running the bookstore this morning?
Nope. I kind of imagine she's forgotten a lot of the finer points of yesterday.
Yep.
And at least for the moment does not remember that Hugo asked her to call him. And also, it would just be really nice to have one normal day. Despite the fact that my bookstore has still grown an extra 3 stories. So she's just gonna open up as normal. Start thinking about putting out ads to get just an extra pair of hands around here, because it's just a bit much for one person.
Yep. Okay.
Could have at least hired me someone before taking off. Now I've got to do it.
You, how long is Cassier's hair?
It's pretty long.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's got some good length. I kind of imagine it like, so from the movie Brave, like Merida's hair.
Okay.
But she normally keeps it pulled back and tight into like a bun or something, and it's totally not right now. It's just everywhere.
Yeah, you're definitely a little concerning because you're finding a lot more red loose hairs around than you're used to.
Am I shedding for the winter?
It's what it might be, yeah.
Well, I have been a bit stressed here the last few days.
And you hear a rapping on the front door, which you haven't unlocked yet. Well, you haven't
a cup of coffee in first.
Coffee's still brewing.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm afraid if I open that door, I ain't gonna even get to drink it. She's kind of grumbling to herself as she goes to unlock the door. Just getting that waft of coffee, fresh brewed coffee starting to pour through already. She's like, I really want my coffee.
You see a familiar figure with a gray cloak standing at the doorway.
Pardon, Peacock. To what do I owe the pleasure this morning?
It is Warden Blankoff.
Oh, I know what I said.
Of course you do.
Sorry, out of character laugh. I can't not. She's kind of like opens the door and moves to the side to gesture for him to enter. Come in if you must.
Mm-hmm. He walks in, and in his hand you see a crystal with a long red hair wrapped around it that he's holding in his finger. So basically, it's like a pendant with the hair being the string for it, and it's the crystal's like jumping towards you. I have some questions.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Would you like a cup of coffee? I'm brewing some now.
That would be nice. It would also probably help if you were to contact the other people that were in the park with you.
We can do that.
So we can do this in one sitting?
Yeah. Alrighty. Gonna go to the back. pour her cup of coffee. Like, she doesn't even let it finish brewing. Like, it's halfway finished brewing.
Yeah.
She takes the pot out and puts her mug directly under the stream.
Yep. So you get that brief minute of as it evaporates when it hits the metal before you get it in there. Okay.
Yep. Slight smell of burnt coffee. Fills her mug, puts the carafe back, and then we'll call Hugo.
Okay.
Remedies, what's wrong now?
I feel like that's how he answers the phone all the time.
No, this is just this morning.
I'm not quite sure. We've got Warden. She kind of looks around the corner. We've got Warden Peacock here, wanting to speak to us all.
You gotta stop saying that when I'm drinking. Okay.
I will phone Scarlett, but she's on her way to meet with Sidney, so hopefully she can drag him along. Or no, I'll call Sidney. I've irked Scarlett this morning.
Already? It's still pretty early for that, ain't it?
I'm pretty sure
You're
if I
trying to beat
repeated
my record.
I'm pretty sure if I repeated what I said to her to you, I'd irk you off too. But I don't want to do that today, so
Probably best not. Get over here as soon as you can.
yeah.
Wait.
What kind of cream cheese do you like?
Oh, just the plain.
I will call Sidney.
All right. So Scarlett, you're gonna go ahead and call Sidney right afterwards.
No, I'll.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, she called Sidney first before me.
Okay, calling.
All right. Your desk phone's ringing. So
I walk over with my mug of tea, set it down, and answer the phone. I was like, desk of Officer Sidney Drake. How can I help you?
Hi, Sidney. This is Dr. Scarlett McReynolds.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
calling. I have a patient in the hospital that is having similar issues to the gentleman we met in the park that was in your drunk tank. And I'm curious if there has been any change in his behavior or his demeanor.
The drunk tank guy.
Yeah.
He slept off what he could in the drunk tank and then just started speaking what sounded like nonsense, repeating the same phrases over and over. I wrote him down in hopes that it would lead us somewhere. But he's, as last I knew, he was going to be admitted to a psych ward.
Okay. The psych
So
ward
he
here
might
at the
be in
hospital?
your ballpark now in some way.
Okay. Well, I'll let some other doctors know once he gets there, and I'll try and figure out if there's been any change.
And if I can figure out what ward it is, I'll let you know.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, and I wanted to say, I know yesterday I was abrupt with you, and I really am a very nice, easygoing doctor. I just sometimes things get under my skin. And
I understand that.
yeah, and
It was a very long, trying day the other day. So
most days with Casser are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I will talk to you later.
Yep. Where I actually do need to meet up with all of you today. Is there anywhere? Are you all meeting up, and I could just meet you, or?
I have no idea. Hugo says he's working in his shop all day, like his
Okay.
shop is more important than me being a doctor. But I get it. So
Everybody has their professions.
yes, they sure do. If you hear anything, I'm fine with meeting. I've finished. I've been here at the hospital since about 4, so I've gotten most of everything done.
Okay. The patient or person from the bookstore, they were fine, or is that the person you were mentioning that needed the ice bath?
No, I had a patient in the hospital that was
A different
presenting
one.
with the same
Gotcha.
symptoms. Yeah.
Have you heard about the one from the bookstore yet?
I have not.
Okay. I was just curious. So.
Okay.
But let me know if anything happens with that. That way, at least I'll have an idea if someone wants to try to press charges against Kasser.
Yeah,
Can try to prepare for that.
you
Boy,
should
didn't touch him.
probably. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. I'll
All right.
speak to you soon.
Thank you. I'll
You
hang up
can't
and
prove
go
nothing.
back to feverishly trying to finish my report from the previous day. Probably in draft 10 right now, trying to figure out how to word it.
All right. Well, at this point, we're about at halfway through the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll take our 10-minute break. Hey, folks, and we are back. At this point, the party had just gotten the wow. Okay, I'm gonna mute that so I don't have to hear myself twice. Wow, I sabotaged my own stream. Okay, so the party had just gotten the consensus to get together. I believe Hugo was just about to start calling people to get everybody
Yep.
together to talk to Warden Dmitry Blankov, aka
Peacock.
Yeah.
I'll call up Sidney and be like, "Hey, Sarah's here. They're asking us all to be at her shop. I think Scarlett's contacting you.
Yeah,
What
she
kind of
did.
cream cheese? What kind of cream cheese you want?"
Question. Plain? Thank
Okay.
you, I guess.
I will head over to Kasser's after that, stopping by Bagel Shop, picking up a reasonable sized tub of plain and a thing of strawberry for me.
okay.
And just a baker's dozen.
You better be getting everything bagels.
Yeah, half plain, half everything.
Okay. Do you guys contact Scarlett?
I think they decided to leave her out.
Yeah.
No, I want to Sydney to contact Scarlett. Scarlett's on her way to Sydney.
I'll call Scarlett from my desk phone before I leave the office and let her know that we're all meeting at the bookstore.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were the one
Kassir,
worried about me.
you have managed to get a full cup of coffee drank. And do you actually share it at that point to be polite, or?
She's got an extra mug or two.
Okay.
Mostly because she has a habit of dropping them.
Hugo will make one more
She wasn't
call.
named Grace for a reason.
Hugo will make one more call before he leaves.
Okay.
There's somebody he knows that he can trust to come in and watch the kid until they wake up and get them home. I know there's somebody out there he knows.
Well, I mean, technically, you could try and call your partner, who's kind of been out of touch.
I will try that.
Yeah. What do you need?
Whatever moron you hired got into something magically delicious and is currently stoned in the back, resting in my chair.
Fine. Okay.
And it's nothing from the shop. I've checked it twice. After what he did the day before, I'm okay if he doesn't get to do anything further.
Okay. What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I don't want to leave him alone in the shop, and I've taken his key away, so can you watch him until he wakes up enough to get home? I don't even know how he got here.
All right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can.
I'll tell him it's because I gotta go meet the new owner of Relics and Rarities.
Wait. Relics and Rarities has a new owner?
Yeah, the Wormwood apparently signed it over to the shopkeeper, Cesare. Kazair.
Oh, the
The Irish woman you shall not cross lest you fear your life.
the Banshee. Got it.
Yes. Bookstore
Great
Banshee.
to know I'm known.
Okay, that's
Send text message to Scarlett. Should we get in some business cards as a welcoming gift to Kazair? We could put Bookstore Banshee underneath the title.
I'll pay for it in the text back.
okay. That's good to know. Yeah. If you're gonna be out, I'll go in.
All right. I put a sign up. You can keep the place closed today if you want, or open, your choice.
No, I'm not up for having it open, but I'll be okay for hanging out.
Cool. If something goes wrong, call me. I got
I
my
will.
satchel on my phone. All right. Then I go get the bagels.
Okay. All right. You all converge on the place. What has been your strategy for dealing with the warden, Kassir? Have you just kind of ignored him and gone on your normal process, or?
I mean, I haven't ignored him, but we've also got a bookstore to run.
Okay. To that.
So she keeps his coffee topped up.
Yep. To that end, he seems content to let you do your normal operations without saying too much.
If he's gonna play nice, then I'm gonna play nice. If he starts puffing up, that's when we're gonna have words.
All you three arrive. Make your way in roughly about the same time. Would it be bookstore keeper? Could I impose upon you to lock the door so that we know before somebody comes in while we're having this discussion?
Yes, well, I suppose I can do that.
Thank you.
Over flock it.
I'll agree
Ooh,
with the
bagels.
warden. Yeah. I asked where I could set these out.
Oh yeah, right there on the counter's fine.
Okay. I didn't want to assume.
Have you looked around the place?
Yeah.
Just don't touch nothing before cleaning your hands.
He waits for you to.
I'll nod to Warden Blankoff and greet him by name.
He does the same. So. And
why do you have a strand of my hair?
He has a strand of what?
Tracking you.
No.
Well, I'm apparently shedding.
No. I will answer that question. Well, you know what? Actually, I will answer it. And then he does the move of that a large frame man can do when he rests his knuckles on the table, stands up and leans forward, and is basically,
always puffing up again, is he?
Scarlet will lean towards him.
Now, what precisely enticed you to destroying a public park?
We didn't destroy nothing.
And you're a warden, shouldn't you already know?
I know.
I mean, I didn't destroy anything in that park.
Nice.
Neither
Sidney.
did we.
Nice.
Yeah. We stopped the destruction.
We were defending ourselves against some.
I mean,
Yeah. I personally was being drained magically.
Well, I'm not magical. I think.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm pretty sure I'm not magical.
Salt shaker conversation later.
Was that a reference to something?
Yeah, that's how I remember things.
That's a bit odd.
Nobody got hurt. We got a little hurt. Thanks for
I mean,
asking.
we still don't know where Roger's at.
yeah. Yeah.
That is true.
Which, what time did he go missing again? About?
It was during that fight.
Right before,
That,
yeah.
That's what I assumed. Pretty much right when it
Before you
hits
showed
the
up.
24-hour period with that, I'm going to file a missing person.
Okay.
So,
That would be later on this afternoon.
right, that's what I figured. But I'll say that in character.
Yep.
With the word in there and whatnot.
So how do you explain the damage to the park?
Practitioner using a vessel.
Crazy.
I concur.
Sure. That, I suppose.
No, I just like that. Just straight up, it's they're. So I will go into
Crazy.
depth. Yes,
Guess
this whole
we'll
thing
just
is
put it as-
crazy.
Crazy homeless guy.
He wasn't crazy, sadly. Well, or at least
Rocks
he
off
wasn't.
the earth.
So
Have
I
you
will
met
lay
the
it out.
homeless man?
Yes, many of them. I help them out from time to time. Lay it out.
They make great drinking buddies.
The whole start with Scarlett bringing me in about the patient in the hospital. Letting the world know that somebody is draining that patient, or at least was. I went to go figure out who. Found a connection. Started to follow it back. And then after we met you at the breakfast place, they started to drain me. And then they took me, Scarlett and Roger took me to the park. I was able to take some bark shavings off an old oak to fortify myself. At which point, the homeless man that this practitioner was using as a proxy, familiar, whatever you want to call it, a conduit, started to engage further. He was the one that summoned the pillars of earth and destruction. He's the one that buried Roger. I was able to put something together to neutralize his powers and basically ground him out.
Where
Where is this vessel now?
Wait, I have a
this-
question. Why
this
are we
Sidney.
telling you any of this?
Because I like my head on my shoulders.
But he's not like, what's he gonna do? Give us a timeout? Like, really, what's the big deal? It's, you know how I feel about wardens.
It was clear that the laws of magic have been broken. I need to figure out determine what happened so the proper person can be punished.
See previous statement
Should
by
I
me.
start
I
wearing
like
a body
my.
cam?
They'll short out if you're getting anybody high magic.
Well, I'm not magic.
No,
Keep a
but if you're
distance. I'll keep a distance. GoPros were a thing in 2008, weren't they?
What was GoPros?
I think so.
I think they
Or
were.
am I
yeah.
getting old?
you know what, I will sacrifice my phone. It's like, Warden, if you want to demonstrate to her, my phone's an available target.
He just simply twists his hand, and the phone explodes in sparks.
Any practitioner that's throwing magic around, not just focus like what he did, will fry out any camera you wear to record things. Especially if they're
Well, I ain't
directing
gonna let
it
him
at you.
touch me.
So what else do you?
I don't
need to
think they
know?
need to touch you, but
Well, what have you done? What have you discovered about the practitioner who is doing the training?
Nothing at the moment because I got interrupted by the attack. Scarlett was going to help me look for them yesterday, and then I got attacked and wasn't able to do anything further to follow him back. The vessel we took back to my shop, and he started giving off magic again, so I grounded him out a second time with water, and after that he seemed to have lost his connection, so I had Mr. Drake here take him to the drunk tank because I had no way to hold him further and didn't seem like he was a threat at the time.
Sarah gets up and pours herself another cup of coffee.
Mr. Drake, where is the vessel now?
was I able to get the psych word of where?
Yeah, you would have it.
I'll give him the name of the psych ward and look over to Scarlett and be like, by the way, I just found that out shortly ago. A couple moments.
Thanks. Does anybody want a good old-fashioned Irish coffee?
Yes, please.
Do you have scotch?
I'll be fine. Thank you, though.
You don't drink coffee, Sidney?
Not that much.
I have some extra scotch.
I don't drink.
Then why are you asking if I have some?
Why drink your own when you can get others for free?
Right. Why don't you drink?
I don't like losing control of myself.
You had a problem?
No, thankfully not yet.
Well, I'm glad that you nipped that in the bud.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He crosses his arm and, does the, attempting to be imposing again.
And we're absolutely ignoring the hell out of him. But I look back and I was like, that's everything I've got at the moment. Scarlett's patient apparently got dunked in an ice bath yesterday, so that grounded that patient out. So at least water seems to work.
Would you quit puffing up and just calm down? She, puts an Irish coffee in front of him.
I'll take a coffee.
I suppose since I'm up.
Fine. He takes a sip. And coughs a little bit. He coughs a little bit. So you don't know who started this?
Nope, not yet.
No.
There have been no rogue wizards in the area that you know of?
None that's been reported by Alma.
No.
Alma?
Albany Magical Association, all the minor talents and stuff in the area.
Oh, this is that. And Heranet, that.
I believe we're looking to sign up with that. I'm not in charge of that. No. So the only other thing I've had go wrong so far today is my newest staff member apparently got something magically delicious and show up to work stoned. And none of my supplies.
Did you have a
missing.
date last night?
I didn't get that kind of information out of him. I was barely able to get whether or not he had his keys on him out of him.
Oh yeah, by the way, she checks her pockets. Did she actually take the sleeping thing that he'd given her? The second part to the coffee thing?
No, you never actually took it.
Oh. Here! We don't need this.
I will take it for now. Odd questioning look.
I figured out how it's organized around here.
You understand it?
I thought it'd be harder.
But you're not a...
I work in a bookstore. That's all I am.
And then you see his eyes shift a little bit as he looks at you intently. Oh.
I've never liked it when men looked at me like that. She kind of glances at Scarlet as she says that. You get that feeling, you know?
Yeah, I do.
Know what he's doing.
Like you're a piece of meat.
Scarlet knows what he's doing.
Could I have more coffee?
Oh, yeah. She checks the pot.
And he looks
That's the last of it.
at you, go, how is she controlling this? How is she doing this?
I don't know. I was hoping to talk to her about that today, and then you showed up, and that derailed that.
All right, you asked me to call you today, didn't you?
Yes.
I completely forgot. The finer details of yesterday are kind of fuzzy.
They're not for me. Anyone else? I
No.
remember
Well, I
what
got the
happened
broad
yesterday.
strokes.
I remember things pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
I remember most of it. But some of the conversations just turned into grey noise.
So, why are you here? And he looks straight at Sidney.
I'm working.
You're working.
Yeah. I'm their parole officer.
They're
All right,
What?
we're technically on parole.
they're what officer?
Parole officer? Making sure they don't get themselves into any more trouble. In the regular legal senses.
Not regular legal.
Well, that's the area that I pretty much am focusing on right now.
Legal-ish.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think the term would be medical legal. Even though, didn't they say something about Good Samaritan?
Good
Yeah, a little
Samaritan.
bit.
so they've been convicted of a magical crime,
Mm-hmm.
and they're serving penance now.
As far as what they did, I don't have all the details on that. I'm just here to help keep an eye on them.
What
Like
did
a
we do?
babysitter. He's our babysitter.
Pretty much.
And I have to say, he's awfully comfortable around not human world info, which has kind of been bugging me.
Just taking it as I can.
Nope. She's what it looks like when you're taking it as you can. You are calm.
You don't even know me.
easygoing. Are you
I've never
serious?
been calm and easygoing. This is me.
And she does drink a lot. So
That's true.
It's not a lot.
well, all right,
It's
let me
just
rephrase. She
enough.
drinks more than I do.
Because you had a drinking problem.
Because you're a teetotaler.
I didn't have a drinking problem. I just
Right. You
don't
stopped
drink.
drinking alcohol before it became a problem.
Right.
And coffee.
I've never really been that much into caffeine or being reliant on it.
Does your family have an allergy to it?
No, I can drink coffee. I do it every once in a while, but not that often.
How does it affect you? I mean, this is the doctor in me wondering.
This is a
Gives
rather
me
weird
energy.
chain of
Yeah.
questioning.
I don't think it's weird.
Can we table this conversation?
At this point, he gets up and walks
I'll look
over
back
to
at
your
Black
phone.
Hawk.
Walks over to your phone, Kazir,
Hmm.
and makes a phone call.
One of those old
he-
ones on the wall.
Yeah, he goes back to like an old one, rotary dialer.
Yeah.
That you're still
I'm
always
not sure why he
amazed still
keeps that
works.
thing around.
Yep.
I should probably upgrade.
Yes, I need an information search on United States, New York, Albany.
This is weird, right? Like,
Call
why
back
would
at this
we
number.
talk to this guy?
It's a little weird.
I mean,
So-
like,
So what is their sentence that they were charged with for that they're on probation to do?
If you'd like to know that, you can talk to my superior. He would be able to give you a lot more details than I could.
And he looks at you hard. Where were you 4 days ago?
Working at the parole office. Filing paperwork. Probably.
A minute later, their phone rings. He gets a quizzical look on his face. He goes over and he listens to what's said. His expression gets even more confused. And then he comes back. You were sentenced by the Witchcraft Council?
I guess. I mean, it
Was
was
that- thought they were.
courtroom down in the basement of the courthouse. I swear Methuselah was the prosecuting attorney.
And what was your sentence? What were you charged with, and what was this, and what was the disposition of the charges?
I don't have those notes. I'm trying to remember.
Mostly, it was
Gonna
disturbing.
have to
the peace.
reminded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I recall, it was just
Oh.
disturbing the peace. But that,
Yeah.
Disturbing,
Oh, I
disturbing the
know.
peace and
It was-
arson. Arson.
Yeah,
is also-
right.
Arson
Oh,
was
that's right.
listed, but it was pleaded down to just disturbing the
Oh,
peace
right.
with punishment commuted into community service.
Yeah.
Which we've yet to be assigned.
We're
but
not
it's
on probation. We're doing.
Let's say, but it's been
We're not on probation.
it's been 2 days since we were told we're on community service, so they haven't assigned it to us yet.
You're on community service then.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah.
As I'm told what I'm supposed to
Oh. I don't think I like it when he says that.
Excellent. And he gets this big Russian grin on his face.
do. I'm pretty sure the community service is for the city of Albany, though.
This is for the area.
What
The
are you
ley
referring
line.
to?
The interference on the ley line came through a ley line that goes through Albany.
okay.
I could use some assistance in investigating this disturbance.
I just have to say that the last time I helped a warden, it did not go so great for me. But I do have a strong allegiance to you, so I wouldn't mind helping.
Thank you.
This is
Would you
definitely
be
not
able
one
to
of
help us on our investigation?
Who knows? They may actually dovetail together.
I hope they do. It'd make things a lot easier.
Do you know of anyone who might be an extra pair of hands around my shop?
That depends. Are we talking about your shop or your shop?
Just the shop. I mean, I've worked here for the last 3 years without knowing the other floors existed. Well, I think someone else could manage the same.
Tell you what. While you, tomorrow morning, meet me, and he scribbles down an address. Meet me at this address. Dress for the woods, because we're going to
Go to the woods.
To explore a mountain.
Awesome.
I'm actually Hugo actually brightens up at that. Like I'm actually excited. I have a look of excitement on my face.
We exploring this mountain on foot?
No, we'll drive there, but probably have to explore it on foot.
I might be able to arrange something a little better.
Unless you can provide horses.
No, it's excuse me. I was thinking of more of a bird's eye view.
What, you can authorize a helicopter?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if I trust a helicopter with a warden. No
I would
offense.
not. I would not get into a helicopter as a warden.
That's fair. We don't all have to get into it.
Can I ask why if we're going up to the woods? To the mountain?
Because you need to provide community service.
So,
And we
Sidney,
need-
will this
Sidney-
count?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, this is similar to what along the lines of the community service as I've understood so far.
Great.
And I need to discover what happened on that mountain that caused that charge of magic to come down the ley line.
Okay.
Would a bird's eye view help? We'll take a look at this, or would it all need to be groundwork?
It would not hurt. I am just not.
Right.
I'll
I'll see if I can get it, but I don't even know if I could.
I will. Well, actually,
You can't solve this on your own. You need 4 relatively untested individuals to come with you, do you?
well, if you're going to keep doing this, which, from what I was told on the phone, I can't stop you from doing it. I find it would be best if you learn properly how to do it.
Doing what?
Battling homeless men who are conduits for magic.
I just want to run my bookstore.
I just want to run my herbal shop.
You really don't understand. This isn't a normal bookstore, does it? Do you?
Oh no, I figured that much out.
Can you help me?
Effort
and,
grew 3 floors. And I talked to a individual I can't see through a crystal ball. We kind of figured that out.
Wait, what?
what?
Hugo does this. Actually, more like this.
Who did you talk to? Through what crystal ball?
Apparently his name is Chauncey.
Mm-hmm.
That one, right over there, on the corner.
Go ahead and give me a social
Oh god.
plus influence roll. Kazir.
Yep, right. Okay. Let's see. Alright.
For those of you, you probably won't be able to see it, but I just rolled a 2 and an 8.
I could beat that. Maybe. That is a d6 and a d8. Yeah, let me get the right dice selected.
You're being asked if you need help in chat.
Oh no, I've got plenty of polka die and a couple plot points I can spend. If Roll20 will work with me. Well, I'm at your 10, so let's throw a d6 polka die in there. No, wait, I don't have any d6. I'll use a d8. I can't seem to get out of this voice. And we'll roll the d8. Polka die.
None of you have rolled
So I beat
ones
you by
tonight.
6.
I did.
Oh, you did. You're right.
I rolled a 1 earlier, and you
Yeah.
declined
This is
the
the
opportunity.
Yeah. Yep.
This is the first dice I've rolled tonight.
That's
Just
fair.
for reference.
Yep. Okay, so you get back a
And I get back a hero die.
you get back
A
a,
D10 this
a
time.
polka D10. Yes. Okay.
I traded up.
So, was Taragoff?
Come again?
Tara, what?
You summoned Chauncey. You know
She
what?
summoned?
The full name is Chauncey
Well, I didn't
Taragoff?
summon no
What?
one.
Or is a Taragoff a thing? I'm lost.
Sean Agoroff. And here it is.
He did say it was a mouthful.
Chauncey.
And she summoned him.
Why
Where
didn't you
is
summon
this?
nothing?
Where is your summoning circle?
I don't have a circle. I
Um,
didn't summon no one. He offered some help when something happened yesterday that I'd rather not go into the details about. And he helped.
His cane.
Worked me through it.
He's gripping. He's got a strange grip on his cane now. One hand towards the top of it, and the other hand just below it, like about there.
Cassare. I'm Scarlet. Scarlet is going to kind of be ready to jump type of thing as soon as she sees him do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of steal myself as well.
How did you summon him?
You're not thinking about drawing that thing in me shop, are you?
How did you summon him?
I didn't summon nothing, I told you. Well, I just spoke to him.
Oh my God!
How did
stop
you
talking?
How did you speak to him?
Well, I told you. It was through that ball right there at the end of my...
Did he speak first?
Yeah. I think.
There, does that help you, Warden?
He was just sitting back and it's like, this is why I wanted to talk to her before anything else. I was trying to spare her this.
She's not phased in the slightest. God, I really can't get out of that accent. I'm going to be pulling it out at work, just randomly.
At that point, he turns towards the globe. Shifts his moves himself with his footwork carefully so that he doesn't turn his back on you guys, but also is facing the globe.
Don't you be thinking about breaking nothing in here.
Cassare, stop talking. You're the one who thought talking to a random voice was completely normal.
He helped.
God.
He's proven himself helpful and useful. Why wouldn't I?
Certain price.
Certain price? What?
He walks over to it. And he's looking at it. These still. I thought these had been destroyed.
What's of this? These what?
You see him take a piece of chalk out, and he draws a circle on your countertop.
I'll look over to Sidney. You ever read your Tolkien?
You mean a Palantir?
You're joking, right? She looks over at Hugo. You're joking.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
That's
Kasir doesn't even have
back.
to.
Hugo. That's how Hugo's interpreting this, and he'll just say, "All fiction is based upon a nugget of truth."
He draws. He draws a circle around on your counter, and then you feel. You can feel it that there has been there's been power used inside the shop. Kasir, you can feel it. Hugo and Scarlet, you know what it is. He just empowered a circle around it.
So he's looking at the dumbfounded.
Cindy's just going to look at everybody like, what's going on?
Scarlett's just going to tap him and say, like, move back. Get out of the way.
All right.
Has anyone touched the key?
Would I recall that I bumped it yesterday?
No.
Okay.
It was by a complication. You don't. You remember you did bump it, but you don't remember turning the key.
No, I know better than to
Sarah will
turn
say
random
nothing.
keys.
I'll mention that I bumped into the orb yesterday. I don't know if I touched anything on it other than bumping into it.
But he didn't reach out to you?
Not that I'm aware of.
Your skills would allow. So no one touched the key.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Kasser, did you touch the key? Really?
How deft is Cassera at lying?
Considering how bad you said your social is.
For this,
No, we're just going to avoid the question entirely and repeat the finer points yesterday. Like I said, it's a bit of a blur. It's a lie of omission, but
yeah,
she remembers very well. It's a social role of some kind.
Social role.
Yeah, okay. It is a social role.
Yeah.
Let's see, for what this guy would have.
Trick.
Yep, this would be. I think trick actually uses something with your hands. I think it would be influence, but it would be social and influence. And you also get.
Okay.
But you also get an extra D8 for this.
Ooh, good. I need that. D6 and 2D8. Oh, that is 14, if my math is right.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Yesterday,
Yep.
it's all a bit of a blur. Oh, I remember him speaking to me.
He lets that go. Everybody else is welcome to try and roll influence and social if you want to see through it.
All
See-
right.
Oh, yes.
Got to beat a 14.
Yeah, you have to be on
Would
I
law
don't
enforcement
have the
apply?
dice to make it.
Law enforcement would probably apply, yes.
See how I rolled.
Yep, that does not do it.
Oof.
All right, go ahead and Scarlet.
You know, I have pretty much. Yeah, I had the same dice, just nowhere near the roll.
Right.
Would my vampiric skills come into play here?
No, not for this.
Okay, so it would just be my social and my notice.
Social and influence.
Oh, that's not good.
Hugo's like, yep, that's exactly what happened. Can't do it. I can't even
Oh.
close
No
to
one's-
beating that.
No one was here when it happened. You got no proof.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh.
one there.
Okay.
Because I was a rather adept liar, as it turns out.
Yep. Okay.
Didn't even need a polka die.
You have a. Yeah. Okay. I know what complication you have. Don't worry about it. You do get a plus. Okay.
Who does?
Scarlet does.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So everybody agrees that everybody believed her.
I got no reason to doubt.
I'm sure yesterday is very blurry for her.
Well, I'd only been up for 48 hours.
Exactly. I remember you saying
Or
that
something.
multiple times.
Right.
So
She did make a point of how fucking tired she was.
He doesn't appear. Well, he wasn't there now. That circle would have blocked him if he'd been summoned. Do you have any? You know what? Look up in the books in here of Tronzagorov. I'm sure he's mentioned in one of these tombs. Do that tonight before we leave tomorrow, so you can understand the dangers involved in devices like these.
Right, and what would that be filed under?
Demon of the lower depths.
And what would that be filed under?
Demon of the lower depths. Okay, awesome.
Got it.
Sidney gets
That was
out a
more
little
helpful
pad of
than you
paper
were.
and just like, all right.
At that point, he theatrically spins
Twirls his
himself
cloak.
with a cloak flying up in the air. Everybody give me a
Dodge roll.
notice roll.
Oh, I might actually do well on that.
What?
Mental notice. See, I'm good at these.
That would be
Watch,
mental.
this will be my one of the night.
Yep. No, not one. No.
I was so close.
Also, Sidney.
Jim rolled a 9, is it?
I rolled double threes.
Here's my roll. I rolled an 8. Not quite enough.
Here's mine. God.
None of us noticed shite.
He theatrically spins and then walks out the door.
Does he think he's Batman or something? What?
I don't know.
Boy, stand by, Peacock.
He's Warden.
He struts around like one.
So,
I'm
are
gonna
we all
ask my
staying
boss
here
about him.
to look this up? I mean, there's a
Oh,
lot.
I don't
to
need
look
help
through.
looking it up.
No,
Do
I
you
got.
already know
I know
about it?
how it's. Well, no, but I know how it's organized. Oh, I know it almost as well as Dewey Decimal now. Why was up most of the night? In fact, well, okay, I didn't go to bed. I just kind of passed out on the bench. We have a reading bench in the back corner.
I pull the sleep aid back out and set it on the counter. You should probably take this tonight so you can be well rested.
We'll be fine.
See, I feel like you're saying that really lighthearted, but you somehow summoned. I'm sorry, what did he say? Demon of the lower depths.
Yeah.
So I
didn't summon
feel
nothing.
like, because they're focused. I feel
He can look
like
through it. Oh, he didn't summon nothing. It's been there. He had a deal apparently with old fuck. I always forget the name of my own NPC. He had a deal with old Underwood.
Who's Lord Thunder?
Apparently, Underwood's
Underwood
was the owner, and dumped it in me lap.
So he's probably the one who summoned it then.
He wasn't summoned.
I guess.
He could just look through it. He's not physically present. We didn't summon nothing.
I don't know how magic works. I mean, I'm just making
I told
assumptions.
you all this yesterday, didn't I? He held goods.
Kasser, we all struggle with researching, and we really think that we should stick around so we can learn from you.
I don't struggle from researching, and I ain't a teacher.
Look, guys, I'm trying really hard, but I'm gonna hit her.
I hear you.
Not in me shop.
Anyone want to hold her?
Look, you guys go get yourself.
If you want to try it, you can leave.
No problem.
I'll put my hands up. Say, look to Sidney and Scarlett. You guys are gonna need outdoor gear. I recommend you go get shopping today. Try and start breaking in the shoes.
Yeah, I have a couple of phone calls I could probably make too.
You know, and I could go back to the hospital and check in on the psychiatric patient.
Yes, that would be
Yes.
great. I could. I'll go with you to the hospital.
Okay.
Hugo, could you at least read a book on this wonderful demon that we're now dealing with?
If Kasser permits it, yes, I will do so.
Awesome.
I told you, I will find the book. I don't need help doing any reading.
I don't want to ever hear that Scottish are stubborn. Does everyone understand? I don't want to hear that ever. I need a vocal response.
I try not to make assumptions based on ethnicity.
That's
I say the following: you are equally stubborn at certain times.
What is your problem today? God.
And on that note,
I'm trying to be diplomatic here.
it's been a fun couple hours.
Poor Sidney.
But I'm out of cough syrup.
Okay.
So it's probably time to end the stream for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Anybody got anything else going on that they want to plug real quick? I'm going to go ahead and plug.
Catch me over on the Shadowcasters.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was just going to plug the Shadowcasters Network YouTube channel. You can catch me over there on the Mech Warrior Dynasty campaign. We've got 2 sessions left. We record on and stream on Tuesdays. But that coincides with, I think, Shadowrun here. So catch us on the replay.
Yeah, which I have been. It's been fun watching it.
I will plug the fact that the first 2 episodes of Chapter 1 of our story here is now on YouTube. Link in the chat comments.
I will be watching.
All right, we've got just yesterday. We got the Clockwork. We started our Like Clockwork stream. That episode will be up on YouTube pretty quickly. Tomorrow night, as you saw, we've got Shadowrun. Friday night, I believe at this point, is going to be the return of
L5R.
Legend of the Five Rings. L5R is back. Saturday, of course, on this channel, we've got 10 a.m. Central Time is D&D. D&D episodicals, as they get closer and closer to actually fighting the Dragon of Icespire Peak. And then we start all again on Sunday with another episode of Like Clockwork. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. And now, cue the credits.